Hot.
I fucked up.
Yeah,
I've done this before.
What do I say? What is Kobe saying?
Say hot. Welcome back. Any given weekend, week 17, playoff, quarterfinal, and bowl season preview. I know you're probably wondering right now, the elephant in the room, the big question, why does Nate look so good right now? I don't know. No, we're missing Coop on this episode. He decided, and I'm going to put a little bit of his business out there. He decided to go on a date tonight and skip the podcast. And just for the viewers out there, I talked to him. Whenever I talked to him, he said verbatim, fuck the podcast viewers. I'm trying to get this pussy. So just putting that out there. That's what he said. That's why Coop's not here. But the podcast has to continue pushing forward. I have my man Drew, who's usually behind the camera.
I've been called up to the big leagues.
Yeah, he's stepping up.
Finally,
he's no longer on JV.
I'm finally getting the family out the hood.
Yeah, facts. He's getting his shot, and we're excited for the quarterfinal games, the bowl season. I guess we can go ahead and jump straight into it. Probably the biggest storyline with one of our Sooner fans in the back, and since the fact that we went to the game, was the 17-0 blown lead in Norman this last weekend.
Yeah, we were all down there.
Yeah, we went kind of last second. We got tickets. You got tickets for the squad.
2 days before.
And Nate was rudely awoken to a bearded man telling him he owed his brother money.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, that's a long story there. But we did have a fun time down there, but they did end up losing. Zach, I want to know the thoughts about what happened in Norman.
I mean, the vibes early were there. Getting up 17-0 was great. And then I've never seen a collapse so fast. Even after the first touchdown that Alabama got to make it 17-7, I felt like, okay, we're still going to control. Defense is going to get back into play. And just we give up a field goal or we have a 3rd and 3 or something like that. And Mateer rolls out, throws the ball out to X, drops the ball, but could have picked up the first down if he ran. Mm-hmm. And that is the start of a 3-minute collapse to go into halftime 17-7.
Yeah,
17-17.
I went to the bathroom and I think grabbed a beer, and it took me about 10 minutes, I'd say. And when I came back, it was, I think, 17-10.
Right.
And then right when I got back, the pick six happened. It was a tie. I was like,
right in front of us, too. Right in front of
wrong?
us, too. And let's talk about this throw is that, like, you can either look at this as a Mateer bad throw or the wrong route. Either way, that Brown was on top of that ball regardless. He was getting to it even if the receiver did the little curl route where he was supposed to.
Yeah.
That he read that ball like a dime. So if he does run the right route, you could say maybe it's a pick and not necessarily the pick six. But the momentum had already shifted at that point. That interception, regardless if he gets in the end zone or not, the momentum was already back into Alabama's.
I love the people that are like, Mateer should have just ran for it. Like, why did he even try and throw that? It's like, dude, have you even fucking ever played ball before? Like, you're throwing it 60. Yeah.
You're throwing that ball.
There are people that
got 3 steps on the
legitimately
guy.
were calling into the radio.
A lot of OU fans.
Like, these are the same people.
Our mother Angela was like, he should have just ran for the first down.
No,
like,
let's see. The first down is there. Like, I'm not going to deny that. The first down is there. He could have taken it. He could have.
Yeah, but he also had a guy
but he had a guy wide open
downfield.
If he missed the throw, that's one thing. He
put the ball on
should
him.
have caught that.
Yeah. X should have caught the ball.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he makes the right decision to throw the ball. Mm-hmm. No one expected him to drop the ball when he's 3 steps in front of a guy. I don't think he scores on it because he's got a guy chasing him down.
Yeah.
But that's still a big play. And the momentum shifts back into OU's favor, and they're up 17-7 at that moment.
Yeah.
That's pre the field goal making it 17-10. That's definitely pre the pick six. That's a momentum shifting play that if he catches the ball, we're talking about a different story. Because I think if the game goes 24-7, if OU gets 24-7, that game is over. I don't care that the final score is 34-24 and OU only got to 24. Momentum shifts back into OU's favor.
Because the energy in that stadium, I mean, I know at one point I looked at y'all and I was like, when they were up 17-0, I said, I think I turned to you because like that place was rocking. The Alabama sideline was dead. It looked like they didn't even want to fucking be there really. I was like, man, OU could break this open. They could this could be like a routing. But yeah, it was. I can't believe it. It's crazy to think that we witnessed that live in person.
But here's at the end of the day, like I'd rather lose in the playoff than, no offense, I'm just going back to like the Cheez-It Bowl, and I'm not talking crap about Michigan. I'm talking more crap about Texas.
Is that what they're in, the Cheez-It Bowl?
Yeah. Because they're playing Michigan. I'm talking more trash on Texas because Texas fans are sitting there coming out with, oh, well, our season's going longer. Our season's going longer than our little brothers. I'd rather get the $2 million paycheck from playing in the playoffs than playing the Cheez-It Bowl.
Yeah.
Like
playing in the Green Bean Bowl.
Like your bowl game does not matter.
Yeah. That's
not matter.
Point. I think most people would probably choose the playoffs.
And
what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, just because you are a week later, you still played just as many games and your game is meaningless.
Yeah, that's them just cherry picking arguments against OU. The pick six I saw John Mateer said in the post game, he said that the Alabama defense tricked them. They showed a cover zero look, and he thought that he was getting cover zero man, and then they dropped out, and that's why that Xavier Brown, he was in like a cloud defense. Like he wasn't man to man, so he was able to just play his zone and see that throw. It was crazy because 17-0, I'm in the stands with the OU fans, like on third downs. I
was gonna say, can we talk about how fired up he was in the first half, and then the second half was just like a battered, beaten puppy dog that like.
Can we talk about the circumstances that?
Oh yeah, the circumstances that were hilarious. The boy locked his phone up for like 3.5 hours, then tries to reset it and locks it up again for 3.5 hours.
Yeah, that was after the game when I reset it, and that was just a nail in the coffin. During the game, I locked myself out of I know my fucking password. I've had the same password. I did change it like 6 months ago, but I know it by heart. I got so banged up and drunk going into that game. I was fired up. I couldn't type it in correctly the first few times, and then the pressure started building. And like, when you get the 5 minutes, 1 minute, and then
you have one
15.
try.
I mean, the boy was so drunk when we got to Norman.
Yeah,
he was drunk by the time we got out the car.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. College football playoff, first ever in Norman. It was funny that I locked myself. It ended up being 3 hours and even longer than that. But that's what changed my energy. That, and they didn't sell any alcohol.
I know,
that I
but
like.
I've said, dude, you have to learn to drink beer. You're 22 years old.
I've said the same thing. I'm a pussy right now. I wish that I had the beer taste.
Beer is an acquired taste.
I wish I had it acquired.
But there are beers out there that do taste better than others.
Yes. If you want to be a Michigan man, you got to learn to drink some beer.
I'm trying my best. I just haven't acquired the taste. All they had were the Dos Equis and Michelob Ultras. I think were like the only two that there. I was looking for White Claw.
Coors Light and Miller Lite.
The two that I went to, they were like low by the time that we went there. I don't know if it was.
There was a guy that was in the little like take and pay one. He had a cooler at the very end of the line.
Some seltzers?
No, there were no seltzers.
See, why the fuck do they not sell seltzers in the stadium, dude?
They do, but they
what
don't.
about the pussies like us?
But here's the deal.
But I think
being up top, it's limited. Like you probably could have gotten a high noon if you would have gone downstairs.
Yeah.
Like
you would have.
It would have taken a while, but
God, that walk up, fucking.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the other stuff that was going on. The stadium was rocking. Norman was rocking. Like there is that atmosphere, even in a loss, was something else.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like
it was unbelievable.
I've never seen Norman rocking the way that it was.
It was nice. I was glad that I got to experience that with you, Zach.
Yeah.
a scene.
Even I had some OU gear on. I was up there
Actually were.
cheering for the boys. Let's go, D! I didn't know that the little. At one point, I had me doing this little fucking thing right here. I was
doing
like,
that too.
okay, all right, this is a little tradition. Okay,
I was doing that too.
Just basically, I'd turn and look at Zach and be like, okay, this is the tradition we're doing. Okay, cool. I'll just follow.
Yeah, I almost lost my voice in the first half because I was screaming so hard. Like I was so drunk and so locked in the OU. And then whenever the momentum started changing in the drop punt, the pick six, whenever that happened, I was with B. Will and Coop. We went to go get like some sort of sandwich. I got a brisket sandwich. And then we came back and it was like 17-7. The vibes were dead. I'm locked out of my phone. I just ate a brisket sandwich. I'm getting sobered up.
That's the thing is when you're drunk and you eat a hearty brisket sandwich or something like that. Oh yeah, you're down for the count.
Yeah.
And you had the look of like the lights are on, but somebody's there, but he's not like,
Yeah.
He just wasn't in
fully
it
home.
anymore. He
wasn't.
He was done with it.
And B. Will was kind of the same,
Yeah,
But he got a little bit more hyped
towards the end.
the end again.
Yeah. But that's also because of his team playing, probably. If I would have had some more alcohol that second half, OU probably ends up winning that game, and they're playing in the quarterfinals this week. But, yeah, it was a crazy 17-0 blown lead. I don't like a lot of people shitting on OU, trying to act like they didn't deserve to be there. Because as much shit as I've given BV over the years, the coaching job that he did this year, because they were winning in spite of their offense. Like the offense was a Achilles heel, especially like the run game and just the way the offense looked the past few weeks. They were winning big time games in spite of that, just because of his defensive game plans. So I don't like the shit that, even though I've shitted on BV a lot in my life, I don't like the shit that he's getting right now. I think it was a phenomenal year. I think OU need to look at some things on the offensive staff, kind of make some changes, because that's kind of the one thing. Like the defense the past 2 years has just been elite.
Was it this time last year that Zach, correct me if I'm wrong, was it this time last year that Nate was saying BV should be fired?
Yeah, it was this year, and I was like, no, it's not happening. It's not happening. He's going to get another year. He's going to get another year.
This year, I didn't say he should be fired. I said I could see if he lost and was.
Yeah, but you were saying that OU fans.
Last year,
you were disappointed that OU fans' standards were low because they hadn't fired him.
Yeah, I did say that.
That was some group chat yapping right there.
Right,
Yeah,
but I will say that I'll give Nate credit. Like all year, like the second they started looking as good as they did on defense, Nate was like his voice on BV was changing, and it's not just like all of a sudden he's changing. Like throughout the whole year, he's been like pretty nice about like, oh yeah, I think BV's doing a phenomenal job.
I think there's only one guy that, in my opinion, kind of deserves to be shitted on. This might be a hot take, but I think it is time to have the John Mateer conversation. Considering how much money, when you are paying a quarterback that much fucking money NIL wise, you've got to have him produce. And his hand might still be messed up. You know, there's probably some variables involved, but he has to get better. He is not the number one. I mean, fuck, he was the number one portal player coming in this year.
Like
and he's got to do better.
I don't think
he's got to do
elite.
better, Zach.
I'm not going to say he's not. Doesn't. I don't think he's an elite quarterback. Do I think that he's serviceable for the OU offense if it's producing? I think the issues weren't 100% on John Mateer. I think they had a very young offensive line. They had no run game. They had receivers that occasionally would get open. And a lot of people want to say that there's receivers open when they get late in a play as it's developing, gets 2 steps on somebody. If it's late, he's probably already progressed through that read.
Yeah.
Or it's just not the read that they want him to go to. And so, like,
decision making is still washy sometimes.
100%, 100%, and I think that that's going to change. I just don't. I'm not going to sit here on this podcast and say that he needs to get benched, because the alternative is Michael Hawkins, and I hear a lot of that crap. That man is a bona fide running back.
He doesn't need to be benched.
No,
he's the best quarterback on the roster.
Right.
But when you're paying him that much, he's got to get better next year, or they should just honestly pull his money and go get a better quarterback.
Well, that's the thing is that him
right
staying
there.
a year,
Pull the Mateer offer and go get somebody else.
yeah, him staying an extra year, helps us develop Bo Bentley, who is the future or should be the future. I don't want to sit there and go
Bo Bentley, that's his name.
That's the recruit that came in this year.
Golly, it's a 5-star name right there.
Right, and so like, I'm A-okay with him coming back and playing as long as there's some development there. But like, I'll go on a tangent here about the offensive development right now because there's other people and other coaches on that staff that I'd rather see go than the people that are developing quarterbacks.
Yeah, I can maybe toss it back over to you for that. But one thing on Mateer, what I'll say, I was big early in the year. I knew that Mateer wasn't like some just top of the line in the country quarterback, but I've also been saying on the podcast, I'm giving him a lot of grace because if say Cam Coleman was on OU's roster right now, he would be by far the best receiver on the team. Like Deion Burks is a good receiver. He's probably going to be an NFL guy at some point, but like he didn't. The O-line, the running game, the receivers, like he didn't have like what Ty Simpson has at, well, I guess not Ty Simpson, but like somebody like Gunnar Stockton or like Chambliss. Like he didn't have that this year, and I think that's more on the offensive staff surrounding him. He has made, like, that pick six was bad. Like, that was a horrible throw.
He's a check down merchant.
No, he's not.
But
just
he
that.
also lost some confidence because I think he knows that his run game can't pick him up, his O-line doesn't give him any time, and his receivers don't create space.
This is what I think about Mateer. Mateer is a pick six waiting to happen, but he's also the only quarterback on the roster right now that can drive us down the field and score a touchdown at the same time.
Yeah. I thought
it's one or the other. That offense didn't. I would venture to say that the offense throughout the entire game looked better than it has the back half of the year.
He looked good to start that game.
He did.
He was ripping
outside of
balls.
that pick six, he didn't really look that bad throughout the entire game.
Yeah.
A lot of that, again, momentum shifted. He still threw for dang near 300 yards.
Yeah. I just think at OU...
He's got to get better. That's all
No. I don't think anybody is going to argue with that.
Yeah.
He's got to get better.
Because that's the one thing separating like y'all being legit natty contenders because the defense is there.
Part of getting better is the offense developing too.
Yeah. I agree with
That's
that.
not just on him.
Yeah,
a lot of this stuff is probably forced because the offense is not good.
Yeah.
You don't have a run game, a quarterback like John Mateer cannot succeed.
I agree. So you're the Oklahoma AD. What are we doing this offseason in your opinion if you had to make some changes going into next year?
If I had to decide right now, I'd be looking at 2 to 3 names on the offensive staff that need to go. And don't get me wrong, these guys are OU guys. Will go to the end of the world for them because they played at OU. But let's start with Joe John Finley.
That's the line coach, right?
No, that is the tight end coach.
Oh, that's the tight end.
Tight end coach is Joe John Finley. He came into the staff under Lincoln Riley, inherited Braden Willis. So give you that Braden Willis is the best tight end that he's had. He's an NFL guy right now, not your typical tight end. We moved a linebacker this year from the defense. Let's get that to tight end. And he led the team, had the most yards at tight end since Mark Andrews.
That is a crazy
That's pre Joe John Finley. What has this man done while he's been at OU outside of not develop players?
Just collecting a paycheck.
And
he's an alum, so it's one. That's.
I made the joke that he was no different than Jaden Ott.
Yeah.
Like, Jaden Ott had a bigger impact on the offense than Joe John Finley did. BV had a bigger influence on the offense than Joe John Finley did.
Yeah.
Jaden Ott just stole money from y'all this year.
So did Joe John Finley.
A lot of money being stolen down there in Norman.
That guy's got to go. That guy's got to go. I made the
agree.
reference. If they don't fire him, OU is no longer serious about football.
I agree.
DeMarco Murray, great recruiter. Every running back has either transferred out or not developed. Javonte Barnes is no better than he was as a freshman now in his senior year.
And also hit the portal like 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Devontae Barnes hit the portal. Yeah.
They redshirted him.
Along with Jacob Sexton. He hit the portal as well.
Yeah, but that one's not surprising. That one, he's been injury prone. He's not going to get the time. He's a tackle. There's other guys in front of him. That's just not going to happen.
What was the stat sent to us about the running backs at OU? They haven't had a running back go over 800 yards or something like that since 2022 or something
Yeah,
like that.
like Kennedy Brooks might be the last time.
That's crazy.
Right.
At OU?
At OU. DeMarco Murray, again, is collecting a paycheck and doing nothing outside of recruiting pretty well.
Yeah.
And so that scares me.
Another alumni.
Another alumni. Emmett Jones, the wide receiver coach.
He's not alumni.
He's not an alumni, but like we really haven't had anybody. We haven't had a true number one at wide receiver
For a while.
for a while.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of number twos. Isaiah Satania, great player. Probably an NFL guy at some point. But he's not a number one.
No.
I mean, I'll give him 1B. If you have two guys that are pretty good wide receivers, he could be a 1B, but he's not a number one guy by himself.
Yeah.
You don't have anybody that can go over the top. I'm okay with giving him another year, but like, what are we doing? Yeah. What are we doing on the offensive side? Now, you brought up offensive line. Bill Bedenbaugh, he's got a lot of guys in the NFL.
He ain't going nowhere.
He's not going. He's not going anywhere. And here's the deal. I think that he's started to adjust how he recruits, how he coaches. I think that's coming. Like he's adjusting himself to the new era. Unlike these other guys. I think we had 3 freshman O-linemen this year. And I believe that they're going to get better under Bedenbaugh. Because the proof is there that players under him for several years tend to get better.
They do, yeah. He's a good coach.
Right. He is a great coach. And I think this gives the opportunity for Ben Arbuckle to go out and hire his guys at the skill players.
True, yeah.
Position. And I don't want to speak for like a coach that I don't know him, but I would venture to believe that he would be okay with keeping Bill Bedenbaugh on staff. But these other guys that are just alumni collecting a check,
Got to get rid of them.
you got to get rid of. It's just weight that doesn't need to be there. And I'm sorry, but DeMarco and Joe John specifically have done nothing.
I remember when Joe John played at
Like nothing.
He didn't do anything when he played either. So what is he?
I mean, he was halfway decent. He was halfway
He just
decent.
does a whole lot of nothing.
He does.
Golly.
Like,
You probably don't remember him, but
I don't.
he was a quarterback?
no, he was a tight end.
He was tight end? I thought he was a quarterback that converted or something.
No,
like
that's
that.
Blake Bell.
I know, yeah, I know.
That's
Blake Bell.
Blake Bell. The
Joe John
Belldozer.
Finley.
Joe John
what
Finley.
a name, too. This guy up there with, what was the one we've, Jim Bob Cooter?
Jim Bob Cooter.
Joe John Finley and Jim Bob Cooter.
But I if they don't fire those two guys, specifically Joe John, they are not serious about fixing the
Zach wants a
offense.
street fight with Joe John.
I would too.
I took a picture of him at the LSU game and said that man needs to be fired. And sit it.
Yeah. I mean,
Like-
yeah, the offense. That's the
It'll be the
breaker.
off season.
That
we'll
is the
tell.
problem with alumni guys, real quick, though, is sometimes those guys can just be they can truly care for OU football. They can be all about it, and sometimes they're just not very good football coaches.
Great.
And
Go be an analyst.
Yeah.
Go work.
yeah.
Go work for Soul Mission.
Go sell insurance, Joe John.
I agree with that.
And I'm a strong believer that will come out that they're gone.
yeah.
I would venture to say that deal has already been done.
I mean, there's no way the tight end coach in a million years stays for next year, right?
I thought he'd get fired last year when he was the co-offensive coordinator and the other guy got the can.
Yeah.
They just demoted him back to his original job.
Maybe he has blackmail on like the president or something.
I think he has blackmail on BV.
He
Just
might.
a whole lot of nothing in his OU career. That's tough. Yeah, that was the Alabama Oklahoma playoff game. Still a fun game to go to. Still glad that we went. Hopefully,
Great experience.
Hopefully OU has another playoff game down there in Norman in the next few years. Moving on. I'm not going to really talk about the G5 playoff spot because I think we're all on the podcast in the same boat. Coop was the one guy that was like, he's a big arguer for the G5 spot. And I think that if you watch those playoff games.
Look, like,
Pointless.
I think that if they earn their way in, one spot could be a G5. I think if they play
have to
well,
earn it.
You have to earn it. But like this, like 2 spot, I think the rule should be that every power conference is represented, which they were.
Yeah.
Which they were this year. But we don't get this, like, you don't get the top 4 conference winners and that one of those be a G5. And so all of a sudden we have to add another G5 in.
I think you just need to take it away. Take it away completely. If there's a Boise State that goes on a run, like Boise State, regardless of the G5 aspect, would have been in last year. You know what I mean? Like if they prove it, that they are up there, they're a top 10 team, okay, then they get in, but nah.
But no one can tell
that shit out of here.
No one can tell me that JMU and Tulane were better than Texas, better than BYU, better than
Vandy.
Notre Dame.
Vandy.
No. Notre
You
Dame
keep
can go
going.
to hell too. They can go
You
off
could really
and jump off a
You
bridge.
could go deep on that list.
Notre Dame,
Were they was Tulane or James Madison
Utah?
better than USC?
no.
USC,
Exactly.
Utah. Let's just you go to the top 25, and there's gonna be a bunch.
Yeah.
There's a
and
reason
all-
why we call it the Power 5 and the Group of 5, or Power
P4 now.
P4 and the Group of 5 or 6.
Watching the Oregon and
They're-
Ole Miss game, sometimes Oregon they would just have they just run faster than the James Madison. Like they just throw a go ball because their receiver just runs faster and he just makes
They're
that separation.
faster, they're bigger, they're stronger.
Yeah, like it.
they're
it makes
more
no-
athletic.
And it's crazy that the year that all of the craziness and all of the like most hype around it, we get fucking 2 G5 teams in the playoffs over teams that were legit good.
Can we also just not get rematches in the first round?
Who's a rematch?
You had
Bama and OU was a rematch.
Bama and
Oh,
OU
yeah,
is rematches. Tulane and Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Also a rematch.
Yeah.
Imagine
You could have put
OU, Miami.
you could have put Tulane. You could have put Tulane and OU.
Y'all wouldn't want to see that.
You could have put Tulane at OU and put Alabama at Ole Miss because that game didn't happen either.
Yeah. That's what we talked about on the pod that one week, that Miami should have gotten the spot.
So segmenting into Miami.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get
It's all about the
U, baby.
Hey,
we watched the game together.
I was hype. I was. It was a emotional roller coaster. You know, when there were multiple moments where I was like, "It's done. They're gonna Texas A&M's gonna win this game. He's gonna win this game. I've seen this before. That happens. That happens about 3 times a game. Yeah, typical Drew move. But when you experience heartbreak as much as I do, you would understand. But they did exactly what I fucking said last week.
Yeah.
Did they not? They made me a prophet.
They did.
They got after the quarterback. Defense stepped up. Offense looked like hot garbage, but, you know, hey, a win's a win. Have to play better. Ohio State's a different breed. I mean, they're a different animal. But I think Indiana gave them the blueprint. Miami has the team in the trenches to at least make it tough for Ohio State. Another factor with that, I mean, I'm sure we'll get into it later on, but Jeremiah Smith, you know, with most teams, I think they're scared to death of him because he's a fucking freak of nature, and I get that.
Be careful.
Here's the thing. Here's what I'm gonna say. This is all I'm gonna say. Hear me out. Okay. These DBs on this Miami team, they grew up playing against him. Like it's just like playing another like boy from hometown. Like so the scared factor there of Jeremiah, like they're playing against their boy, you know. I think that maybe I'm overthinking it, but
No,
I've
that
seen a
could
lot
play
of
into
Miami
it.
fans saying, like, dude, our DBs are not going to be scared of Jeremiah. They've been playing against him in the Little League. Like, they know his tendencies.
Yeah.
The offense has to play 100% better, though. It was pretty...
I thought they
But
just
they
play
know his-
called pussy. Like, they got to be more aggressive.
Yeah, Dawson, I don't know what he was doing in the first half. And then Beck, actually, there was a report that came out that Beck told him, like, we need to feed Fletcher more, which then Fletcher in the second half just broke free and had a career game. He said today that he will be returning to Miami next year. That's a big get coming back. But yeah, it was a great day. Great day to be a Miami Hurricane.
Man.
I have not had that much excitement and joy from a win in a long time. To see them actually come through, and not disappoint me once again was great. I've been saying it too. Cristobal has his flaws, but one thing about Mario Cristobal is he's gonna get them boys up for that big fucking game. I don't know what he does. I don't know what he tells them. I don't know what fucking strippers he gets there in the locker room before the games or what his tactic is. But if it's a big game, Cristobal's getting them up. So
Yeah, they play when you watch them play in those big games, especially this year. They look like a blue blood.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of the way they look. Like their D line, dude, just pure size and just physique wise, they might be the most like intimidating D line in the country.
you got two defensive ends that are probably going to get drafted first round.
Yeah, and then the D tackles are fucking massive. They fly around. What's his name? Scott? Is he
Justin Scott, Mondo Blunt,
Yeah,
Moten, and they got some young guys in the like Lightfoot, Marcus Lightfoot. He played well. He'll be back next year. He's recruiting the trenches extremely well, which is what he needs to do to be able to compete against those SEC. To go into Kyle Field, and compete against the SEC team in the playoffs, you've got to have a really good fucking offensive line.
Absolutely.
Hear me
And
out.
defense.
Hear me out. This Oklahoma is Miami with a
With somewhat of an
incompetent offense. Yeah. Oklahoma is Miami
Beck and
with an incompetent offense.
Well, Beck and Mateer, I think they cancel out. Beck's not great, but he can win you games. The thing with Miami, and I would agree, but Miami has a great running back in Fletcher. That's like an every down back.
Oklahoma has an incompetent offense.
And then,
but defensive-wise, you're talking about a defensive line that is nasty. Oklahoma has a defensive line that is
That's why
nasty.
that matchup would have been great to see.
Like
Miami also has a total unicorn in Malachi Toney. That dude is just a fucking.
You do, but I'm
so glad I get to watch him play football for 2 years.
So
I
2 more years
also
at
want to
Miami.
say that like A&M is who we thought they were.
yeah.
True.
They were not.
They didn't play anybody.
They didn't play anybody. They came up against that, and they crumbled at the end.
Yep.
That's why during the game, I was like, why is Cristobal and Shane Dawson calling
Shannon Dawson.
Shannon Dawson?
Yeah.
Fact. Shannon Dawson. Why are they calling just the most pussy, like, safe game plan ever? But then looking back on it, like, Marcel Reed, he's always been, like, on fraud alert whenever he has to actually throw the ball and plays good teams. If you have a quarterback like that you can hold the 3 points, playing that, like, conservative run the clock style probably helped them, or it was like an advantage to them. Like so it's I'm a little bit off of the Cristobal was a pussy. I have to see him against Ohio State because the game plan that they had against A&M will not work against, especially offensively.
No, it won't.
Will not work against Ohio State.
It won't. They're gonna have to.
They're gonna have to be aggressive.
Yeah, but I will say too, the conditions in that game, there were gusts up to like 30 something miles per hour. Kicking, throwing, like it was just when you have that much wind, it was kind of like it with OU, which probably played a factor in that game as well. Wasn't probably as much wind, but they're going to be playing in a dome.
I don't know. Out of the north, that wind was blowing.
It was blowing
in Norman.
It was blowing.
I don't know if it was. I
don't know if it was 30 mile per hour, but it was blowing.
We saw Sandell. I've seen him drill 51 yarders in his sleep, like
and it wasn't even close.
PATs, and it was 10 yards short.
Carter Davis, kicker from Miami, he's made kicks all year. And
I will say, like, it has nothing to do with kicking, but like Tony gifted A&M a ball to
He did.
gifted them the game.
Yeah, that was a big turnover if they capitalized on that.
Little dude was crying on the sideline, man. He was crying,
and then he
bro.
scores the game-winning touchdown.
Like that dude, he's just a dog, man. Like the fact that he was like over there crying, like man, that dude was just born to play football.
When he caught that
dude.
punt return, like literally as soon as he caught the punt, I was like, watch out. Like anytime he gets the ball in his hands,
Fucking
just,
Malachi Tony, I fucking love you, dude. I love you.
Yeah, he's magical. That was a statement win for Cristobal and the Miami program.
The greatest thing was it shut the fuck up all those Notre Dame everything.
No, it did. It didn't shut them up.
Now it shows.
It didn't shut them up for Miami. They started talking trash on A&M being in there. They just moved on to another team. They didn't shut up.
Well, but at the end of the day, though, now there is literally no discussion that Miami deserved to be in the playoff.
There was never there should have never been a discussion.
There's still Joey Galloway's bitch ass still probably thinks he still probably thinks they shouldn't be there. Honestly, he still is probably somewhere saying like, well, Notre Dame would have.
Yeah, Notre Dame would have. We've already seen the game.
Oh wait, they did play already, and Notre Dame didn't win. So Joey Galloway, you could fucking lick my taint.
Yeah. I thought it was a tremendous win for Miami. And now 9.5 spread against Ohio State, definitely a different game. We'll probably talk about it a little bit later. But you are getting a ticket to the game, right? You're going
I think
down
so.
There?
I mean tickets went down. They were up high, honestly, because I think when they were high before Miami won, it was because of the thought of, okay, well, Texas A&M wins. They're bringing fucking everybody.
Yeah,
you know
in Texas.
So now you have a program, Miami. Like, Miami fans will still travel. They'll still, like I said, Miami fans, they're cockroaches, man. They'll come out from every nook and cranny corner. Like, you know, they come out from everywhere. Ohio State travels well. But tickets, yeah, I could get row 2 in the corner section for like $350.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. To be down below.
Yeah.
I got a coworker who's an Ohio State fan. Him and I are kind of gauging if we're going to go together. I want to sit on the Miami side. He kind of wants to sit on the Ohio State side. Who knows, though? And I might see if you all want to go down with me. Not go to the game, but like...
Uber you want to around, being where's the
Cotton
Bowl? Is that Dallas?
It's in Arlington, yeah. It's in Dallas. It's only about a 3.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't give the Dallas Cowboys any money. I don't give Jerry money, so I will not be participating in going into that game.
It's fine. That's fine. I went to OU for him.
That's crazy.
I will go down to Dallas. I just do not give Jerry money.
Well, you're not going to the game.
Yeah, I said I'll go down to Dallas.
Yeah, New Year's Eve in Dallas.
All right, that's fine. I'll go down to Dallas.
People will be so down for that to just Uber you around.
He already
and
wants
chill
to.
in the hotel.
He already wants to. Well, I'd get an Airbnb, which I need to go ahead. We're talking about that. I need to get that booked.
Yeah. You still have some time before the playoff games, though. Right now, we're recording this on Tuesday, December 23rd. That means Christmas is in 2 days. The playoff games aren't for a little bit. This probably won't drop until closer to the playoff games. But, yes, a phenomenal win for OU. We can go ahead and jump in. Are we doing you did have one, Drew, Smasher Pass.
Oh, yeah, I do have a
before
Smasher
Zach's
Pass.
trivia.
Okay.
So we can go ahead and do that.
I wanted to do this last week, but we didn't get around to it. Okay, so this week's Smasher Pass, Mistress Edition. All right, who are we taking? I just have one.
Okay.
But I wanted to do it last week. We didn't get around to it. Are we taking the Sharon Moore, the famous one right now, Paige Shiver, or Bobby Petrino's famous Jessica Dorrell?
That's crazy. That would have been perfect for last week. I don't know how we didn't squeeze that in.
It got skipped over. Like I always get skipped over.
Hey, we give you your Miami time.
It's
for
okay.
the Canes. I've seen photos of both of them. I don't even have to look them up. I would probably damn, dude. I don't know. Those are very similar biddies. They are like
similar. Very basic white girls.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Petrino's mistress solely because she didn't snitch and she was a real one.
And she almost
held it down.
She also didn't have a job and didn't get fired.
She also almost died on a motorcycle with Bobby.
Yeah.
And still didn't snitch.
And stood on all 10s.
Yeah,
While Paige Shivers out there fucking tattletaling.
That's a woman you marry.
Yeah.
If she's almost dying for you on a motorcycle
and then not snitching,
and not snitching,
I'm going with her.
boy.
I don't know. Something about those eyes. Just.
Oh, you like Shiver more?
I think I like Shiver more.
Oh, I haven't even really seen the. I mean, Shiver's low key cuter, but
I'm with you. I'll take the one that's not snitching and almost
Yeah.
dying with me.
Yeah.
Probably. That's probably the smarter decision.
I just want a real motherfucker to stand up for a player like that.
Jessica will do it.
Yeah.
She'll hold it down.
Yeah, and then you don't have to show up to her house afterwards and threaten to kill yourself.
True.
With a butter knife.
Yeah.
How would that happen?
2 butter knives and a pair of scissors. That's
How?
So really, it was the scissors. The butter knife was doing nothing.
Golly, dude.
Oh.
We got a Sharon Moore update. Is he still in the cuckoo house or?
Apparently, his wife is still with him. She was like going with him
Wow.
to therapy, and there's photos of them out together.
I mean, they have if he gets the help that he needs and they have kids together, like I could see like
I still keep can you just imagine like a
Like-
grown man trying to attack you with a butter knife? Like
cheating is cheating.
Dude,
I don't know
I'm
if
a-
I can stay with. I still can't even say this with a straight face.
I'm gonna grab a spoon and just fucking go to town on you.
die right in front of you.
maybe a spork.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way that he was DMing multiple women like so openly, like
He was horny as fuck.
there's actual reports of him DMing like 25 minutes after the game has ended to women. I think that it might have been like somewhat of an open relationship. I don't know. There's still a lot of speculation out there. But right now I'm wearing my Michigan gear for the first time because we're over the Sharon Moore news. Even though OU didn't come through for us and get us DeBoer. We got Jeff Brom on the table. We got Biff Poggi in there, fucking being the CEO.
Biff.
Oh, Biff.
He's a beast. So yeah, we're past the Sharon Moore
Like a tier
situation.
3.
Fuck him.
Tier 3.
I've looked at pictures of Biff.
Tier 4.
I hope that if he does get the job at Michigan, the like ripped like fucking granddad shirts,
The
He
homemade
basically-
V-necks.
the homemade V-neck, like sleeveless. Yeah, bring it back. I want to see it on the
Middle of the
sideline.
snowstorm.
Dude, that is a guy that I'd go drink. He probably you meet him at a dive bar. He's got stories. He's got old guy that's got stories for days. And he's buying just straight well shots of whiskey all night, and the drunker he gets, the funnier he gets, and then he somehow stumbles out and drives home.
Yeah.
That's Biff Poe guy.
He smokes a cigar in the middle of all of it.
Oh, yeah.
He said that before he dies of smoking cigars in his press conference, he said that exactly, that he wants to coach Michigan and fix it. I'm not too I'm kind of a Biff Poggi fan right now, like, to be honest. Like, get a coach in there, even though he's not some, he's a tier 4 coach. He's not some great football mind. Give him some coordinators and just let him run CEO. Get us out of this mess.
To be real, Ed Orgeron was not a great
That is
tier
true.
1
Yeah,
coach.
but,
He just got some really good talent and some good coordinators, and they had a
point.
great season.
Here's my thing: is though, do you, as great of a guy that he seems to be, do you want a guy that was on staff that's, regardless of like all this, any staff member that was associated with Harbaugh, associated with Sharon Moore, is tainted at the moment?
Yeah.
And so, like,
You're talking about the kind of
like-
refreshing completely.
refreshing completely.
I think that's probably a priority, but Biff, there's zero question on if like he has any scandals or anything like that. And also the thing about Biff, he would keep the talent we have right now together. Like, we only have 3 opt-outs for the bowl game. Texas has 20. We only have 3, and they're all NFL guys. He's done a phenomenal job, like, rallying the team. He's always been a player's coach. After he got fired from Charlotte, he showed up to the practice field next day, and they sprinted over to him to give him hugs. That would be the only upside of Biff, is that he keeps the talent that we have together. Bryce Underwood, number 1 quarterback. Savion Hitter coming in, number 1 running back. He would keep that together, and you kind of just rely on him getting some good coordinators. But I think that would be the better option rather than hiring like a tier 2 coach who isn't the coach for the future, and you're still able to keep the talent together necessarily, and you're not, that's the upside of Biff. From
Right.
Michigan State.
I can get on. I can see that.
But right now it's
It's just-
Brom. If Brom, if we want Brom, he's our number one guy right now. If he
I saw that. Oh, you sent it.
Yeah,
That's not a bad hire.
No,
Yeah.
Cooper sent it, but it was about 3 days late or 2 days late because Nate just sent a logo of Brahms.
Yeah.
Like 2 days earlier.
Just put the Michigan logo.
Michigan's just in that weird spot. You know, they were at the bar. They shot their shot at the 10s. They got turned down. Now it's closing time. They're a little drunk, they're like,
because their wingman didn't.
Am I gonna take
their
this?
wingman didn't come through for
I'm
them.
about to settle for this 6.
No.
She's gonna look like an 8 tonight, but tomorrow.
The wingman didn't come in for him.
We did not.
Oklahoma-
Who would the wing? Oh,
Oklahoma was the wingman.
Oh yeah, dude, they cockblocked the fuck out of
They
you.
did.
Dude.
Y'all fucking 17-0. We're about to, y'all run DeBoer off the field. He's in
yeah.
Ann Arbor right now.
Yeah.
And y'all sold that. We haven't shot our shot at a bunch of ones, though. Kenny Dillingham, apparently, we never spoke to.
You
Could've been waiting on
courted them.
DeBoer.
You know, he was flirting.
Yeah.
No, I
Flirted
mean,
with
you
them.
may not have talked to him, but you may have talked to the agent and said, "Hey, what's
we
the
talked to
possibility?
his friend.
What's the
her
possibility?"
friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
We was hitting our friend. We was like,
Yeah.
you wants this dick?
The wingman unfortunately was like, "Hey, my friend's cute. You want to see him?" And they showed a picture of Biff, and she's like, "Oh, I'm good." That's the state of Michigan right now. I'm actually. You said he's cute. That program. I don't know how cute that program is right now.
I don't like the disrespect that's going on right here about Michigan.
Oh,
This is my
it's-
first day wearing
I
the
just want to
Michigan
say,
gear.
You
my
can't say you're not
analogies right
laughing
now,
about it though.
I'm hitting these analogies out of the park right now, brother.
You are. You're doing a good job. She's the OU was
Way
like
better than
that
Cooper
ugly
probably would, huh?
friend that just has no chance at getting a guy when she's out at the bar, but she wants to cock block the hot friend to every guy that wants to swing their shot. That was OU in Norman. So
Tough.
yeah, it is tough. But that's the Michigan news. We're going to be fine regardless. Regardless, we're not going to have some horny coach who's focused on milk rather than winning football games. So that is
Milk.
the important part. We're going to go ahead and transition into Zach. Do you have trivia for us this week?
I do have some trivia
Some
questions.
tremendous trivia for us?
Tremendous. That's going to stump you.
All right, let's go ahead.
All right. Actor Burt Reynolds played sparingly for what college football program?
You asked this.
Shit.
Bert played for.
Okay, and I'm going to give you some hints here.
Okay.
ACC. Okay. This program comes from a state that has 3 big-time schools in it.
Clemson?
3 big-time schools in
What
the
the
state.
fuck? Yeah, there's only 2 big time schools in South
My
Carolina.
bad. Miami?
He did not go to Miami
go to Miami.
because the Miami fan would know this, but you are in the right state.
Florida State.
It's Florida State.
Florida State.
Okay.
Florida State.
Yeah. ACC. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
This one should be what college competes with Washington State for the Apple Cup?
Washington.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Easy money.
All right. Who was the first man to win a Heisman and coach a national champion?
Coach a national. Oh, like
Yeah.
win a national championship.
Win a national championship.
Ah, damn, that's a good question.
The national championship. Okay, so he won the Heisman in 1966. And he won the national title in 1996.
Who won it in '96?
And may or may not have had Coach Bob Stoops on staff.
Steve Spurrier.
It was Steve Spurrier.
Oh man.
Oh, wow. He won a Heisman in 1966?
1966.
Damn.
Yeah, Florida.
Yep.
Oh.
Thank you.
What college did Joe Montana attend?
Not Stanford. I was going to say Stanford. That was Elway.
This university is a bunch of crybabies.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Oh yeah.
Easy money.
What 2 colleges did Troy Aikman, later the Dallas Cowpies, play for?
OU and UCLA.
I'm
That is
with
correct.
him.
That is correct.
Yeah, that was easy.
And a boy.
Who was Virginia
Oh,
Tech's star quarterback from 1999 to 2000 season?
Michael Vick.
That is correct.
Easy money. This guy knows ball.
Yeah, we're in my era right now.
What was college
I'm
football
hitting him.
coach Bear Bryant's given name?
Ooh. Bill. No.
No, Paul.
Paul is correct.
Oh.
Look at these pools.
Fan me down, brother. Fan me down.
All right. What university is nicknamed the Wolfpack?
NC State.
That is correct.
Okay, yeah. I was like, I know they're the.
I got you.
Yeah.
Where did Kurt Warner play college football?
Kurt Warner went to.
It's not Indiana, right?
No. It is a directional. It has a directional. It's a directional school.
What's a direction? I don't know what that means.
Like north, south, east, like eastern, northern,
Oh, okay.
southern.
What does that mean?
It just means
Southern Oklahoma, southern,
South
Southeastern
Carolina is a directional.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, directional school. You just
Well,
they
South
teach
Carolina
you-
really isn't because it's the state school.
Kurt
but
Warner. I should know this.
Can
we get a?
conference? Is it a big Power 4 conference?
It is not.
It's not a Power 4.
Yeah,
It is
give
not
us
a Power 4.
conference.
It's a small school.
Very small school.
It's a small school.
I'm not going to give a conference because I don't know what conference they're in. Let's see here.
Man, how do you guys sit in these stools? My spine is like.
Yeah, it's tough.
What can I give you? Okay. They would be considered like Midwest. The state is Midwest.
Southwest, Midwest.
So like that'd be like your Kansas.
It is FCS or FBS though.
I believe so.
Okay.
It is.
That's a small school. If you
No,
have to say,
maybe-
I believe so.
It's a famous. Okay, a famous children's hospital is in this state.
Okay.
That's what got it.
And
for
your
you, was a
in your
children's
Midwest
hospital?
Midwest would be like your Nebraskas, your Kansases, your Oklahoma.
I know the state.
Okay, what state do you think it is?
Iowa.
That is correct. It is in Iowa. And then you have your directionals that you need to go through.
Northern Iowa.
Northern Iowa.
I mean, we had to.
That is not FBS, by the way.
We had to
That is
get-
definitely FCS.
That was a tough
I
one.
just was like,
yeah.
oh.
He had to
Stuff
basically
no.
gift that to us.
yeah.
Damn.
Where did NFL running back Tim Buka
What? Are
attend
you having
college?
Are you having
Are
you having a stroke over there?
I can't pronounce this last name. It's BIAKABUTUKA.
I don't know. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what you're talking about right now.
I'm lost, dude. I have
It's
no idea
Michigan.
what's happening. Isaiah Baka.
No.
Tim Baka.
Yeah.
Okay. What year was that? Do you know? Does it say?
It does not tell me a year.
It's probably way back in the day.
All right. Who was the University of Oklahoma's third Heisman Trophy winner? I'll give you one hint.
I
Was
think
it Kyler Murray?
No.
No. Boomer.
Was it?
That's your hint is Boomer.
Boomer.
Think Heisman Trophy presentations. Specifically, Sam Bradford's.
It was Billy
Bradford.
Sims.
Yes, it's Billy Sims.
You should have said
facts.
barbecue.
Oh, barbecue.
Even though Billy
Facts.
Sims
Barbecue would
That
be.
would have given it away.
Even though
I
Billy
would've got
Sims
that.
barbecue is so bad.
Yeah,
That's another
But
story.
Boomer, like all I could think of is him yelling "Boomer" in the
I was
background.
gonna. It was either that or Steve. Was it Steve Young? No.
No, Steve. Oh, God,
You know what I'm talking about?
yes.
Reverse trivia on you, motherfucker. How many Heisman winners total does OU have?
7.
Is that correct? I don't know.
It's 6 or 7.
7. Wow. Guy knows ball.
Steve Owens.
Steve Owens, yeah. Okay, this is a easy one. In what state does Tulane Green Wave play their home games?
Louisiana.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Who was the first pick of the pro football draft in 1983?
First pick, 83.
Shit, that's your time, dude. I wouldn't
May
even
or may
born
not have
yet.
said his name already tonight.
I wouldn't even close
Steve
to
Young.
born.
Nope. Played at the same college. I played at Stanford.
Oh, Elway.
Yep.
Stuff.
I don't know if I would have got that though. I was gonna say I was thinking Jim Kelly.
We got one more.
So what did we?
I go. Oh yeah, we're just looking.
Is there like a Is there a grade on this or
No, there's no grade on this one.
we're just?
I'm just
We're just firing off.
firing off ones.
See who knows ball.
All right, here we go. What college did Vinny Testaverde play for?
Miami.
There you go.
He was the first Heisman, I believe.
Yeah.
I got one more.
What college did Randy Moss play for?
Marshall.
We are Marshall.
Oh my god, dude, you fucking know ball.
When you're in that era, yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
You know who? You know who his quarterback was? In college.
Randy Moss?
Yeah, that was also he was a longtime NFL vet.
Who?
Chad Pennington.
Didn't he play high school basketball with somebody too?
He played high school basketball with Allen Iverson, I think. No. Jason Williams.
Jason Williams.
Jason Williams.
Yeah. All right, what do you got, Nate? You said you got one.
What Heisman winner in World War II has a stadium named after him right now?
You know, World War II was a long time ago. I was not around,
It was.
and I wasn't around for that. So
It was. The stadium named after him, though, you can start thinking about stadium.
Okay, like what conference are we talking about?
Big Ten.
Big Ten.
I don't know.
I don't know. No.
None. Name starts with the school name starts with an I.
I don't know the name of the stadiums up there, unfortunately.
You know the stadium of Iowa?
Iowa?
Yeah, it's a James. I think it's James Kinnick.
Oh, okay.
Kinnick Stadium, something like that.
Wouldn't have been.
I would have never got that.
Never got that.
Yeah, I just remember it from some Barstool clip that I saw and just threw it out there.
All right, ready to get into the games?
Yeah, that is Zach's Tremendous Trivia. We'll go ahead and jump into the playoff quarterfinal preview. Our first game on the list for these unbelievable. You don't have to worry about James Madison being in it. These are 8 teams that all deserve to be there. We got number 3, Georgia, versus number 6, Ole Miss. Georgia is minus 6.5 point favorites. The over-under is 55.5. Drew, I'll go ahead and throw it over to you. What do you like in this Georgia Ole Miss game?
Georgia's playing really, really well. I don't know if there's a team better than them, honestly, right now in the country. I'd venture to even say that they're better than Indiana. If I'm being completely honest, they're just playing super well. Ole Miss, with all the shit with Lane Kiffin, I know they kept a lot of the players. I don't know. I just think that distraction is going to playing a team like Georgia. I just don't know if they. I don't know if they can hang. Honestly,
I mean,
Yeah.
I think Georgia covers.
It's hard to beat the team twice. Georgia beat them 43-35 earlier in the season.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of I kind of look at this game as being close, but I would look at Georgia being
I think Georgia. Covers.
I think Georgia covers it, but
Yeah, that's also the pick I'm on. Georgia is. It's crazy to say that Georgia is slept on in this college football playoff right now because the way that they've been playing the back half of the season, like, yeah, they gave up 42 points to Tennessee or whatever. The way they've been playing the back half of the season, they look similar to prime Georgia. Not as good, but, like, they are a legit natty contender.
I could see them winning it all, honestly.
from the Texas game on,
Yeah.
even though the game against Georgia Tech was probably closer than they would want it to be, that game was never in doubt.
Yeah.
Georgia has put every single team away. I mean, I would even venture Mississippi State put every team away
Yeah.
early.
Yeah.
And there was no doubt in those games.
Yeah, I agree. And the fact that they went through their season, at the start of the season, their defense was somewhat dog shit. It was nowhere near Kirby Smart Georgia level, and they've still been able to rally and just find a way to win games. Kirby Smart's the best coach in the sport. I like the Georgia minus 6.5 pick there. For the next game, we are going to go number 4 Texas Tech versus number 5 Oregon. Oregon is 1.5 point favorites. The over-under is 52.5. This is in the Orange Bowl, I believe. Drew, I'll go ahead and throw it over to you. What do you like in this Oregon Texas Tech game? It is
I don't
a
know
tough game.
because I'm not sold on Oregon, but I'm also really not super sold on Texas Tech just because they haven't really played anybody worth a damn. But Texas Tech, they've got some studs on defense. I love a good underdog story. This is kind of just a pick'em game to me, really. I'm going to be riding with Texas Tech. I'd like to see Texas Tech. I like a lot of those guys they got on defense. Linebacker, what's his name? Jacob
Rodriguez.
Jacob Rodriguez, dude. He just flies around.
They have an edge rusher that's going to be a first rounder too, David Bailey.
Yeah, they've got a good offense. I don't think Oregon's defense is really anything to be scared of. Really wish Miami was playing in that game instead, but
Actually, y'all got Ohio State instead.
yeah, they got the gauntlet side of the bracket. But yeah, I'm gonna be rooting for Texas Tech. I'll probably take I would take plus 1.5.
Okay. I like that.
But I think the over could also hit on that one.
Yeah. I low-key I was looking at that over and thinking that. Zach, you got a pick in that game?
Yeah, I mean, Oregon gave up 34 points to a Group of 5 team
Exactly.
this last week. I don't think Oregon's defense is that great. I think this is a conference bias 1.5 favor for Oregon. They're looking at that going, Texas Tech plays in the Big 12, hasn't really played anybody. But Texas Tech they've looked like a playoff team from day one.
Yeah.
Like
From day one, they have just looked that good.
Has the Big 12? Okay, I just answered I was like, has the Big 12 ever had do they have a playoff win? And then I realized they do have one. TCU. I think TCU's their only playoff win.
Right. But I mean, yes, that's the only time that they've won a game. I'm going to go back to Oklahoma should have beaten Georgia. Every other time that the Big 12 made it into the college playoff outside of TCU and Oklahoma losing to Georgia, it was Oklahoma again going up against the future national champion in the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Texas made it one year, I believe. Didn't Texas get in the Sugar Bowl year that they lost to
Washington?
No.
Am I making it to the Natty?
No, they made it
the Natty. Texas beat
the last year of them in the Big 12. I think they did make it. They played Washington and got beat.
Texas beat Oklahoma State in the Big 12 championship.
Right.
They played. Was it Washington? Yeah, Washington beat them.
Yeah, because the big deal is Texas got a win last year, so they are going, oh, we've made it. We've won a game. But in reality, they've made it no further than Oklahoma has in the college playoff.
Yeah.
I really like Texas Tech.
Texas Tech?
I'm still riding with Texas Tech. I just realized it dawned on me. I was like, man, has the Big 12 ever actually? Would this be the first win?
TCU's route that year was easier than anything Oklahoma had.
Yeah, he's just disrespecting Michigan. He said that Michigan team was
shit crazy, bro. Y'all both disrespecting.
No. I'm saying the route to getting a win in the college football playoff was easier than anything Oklahoma got.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm so torn on this game. I might just not make a pick. I might just, since I'm the host and my rules this week, I might just straight up just not make a pick in that one. If I had to lean, I would probably lean Oregon solely because of the Dan Lanning factor. The Texas Tech coach, McGuire, he hasn't been in this big spot. Oregon, the last time they were in this spot last year, they got boat raced by Ohio State. And Oregon, they're not limited on any athletes. Like, they can go band for band with Texas Tech as far as athletes-wise. But Texas Tech is legit very good. Like, they if they win this game, they could easily compete for the national title.
Well, and also Texas Tech is the trajectory of that program right now because they are shelling out a shit ton of cash. They signed like the number 1 defensive lineman and the number 1 offensive lineman in the nation.
Facts.
They're like coming in.
Do you want to
year.
talk about the money that like Michigan got? Like it's not equivalently to the same amount, but the amount of money that Texas Tech got from one donor.
Yeah, it's
that's
upfront money too.
It's upfront.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
It's feeding their basketball team. It's feeding their softball team. It's feeding their football team. Like it's.
Yeah.
They've always cared about sports at Texas Tech. Like they take it very seriously.
They do, but they're not ever like Texas Tech is not a national contender in football.
No, but I think
that
if
man-
you
But no, I mean,
you give
they-
them 3, yeah, they keep paying these.
No, this year they are. Like I'm not saying. I'm saying they're past. They have never been a college football national champion.
Yeah. They've it's
powerhouse.
on and off. On and
Like
off.
it's on. They're
Leach
good.
helped get them up into kind of
But that Leach was there when that new air raid offense was coming, and no one knew how to play defense against it. And
that's not a serious national. Like if they go toe to toe with Oregon because of what they've spent on in the portal as far as like the trenches wise, that's completely different than just some electric Big 12 offense that gets into a playoff game and just puts up a
The main point I was trying to make is that I would not be surprised if, like, in 2 years from now, Texas Tech is just fucking boat racing everybody in the Big 12.
right, I don't think
in the
this
Big
is a
12,
fluke.
yeah.
This
In
is
the Big
not.
12.
This is not a fluke. This is the future of the Big 12. Right
There
here.
was a team that was going to have when Texas and OU left, there was the opportunity for somebody to seize it and be okay, the big dogs are gone. I really thought that it was going to be.
The keys were handed to Oklahoma State, and they fumbled
That's what I was going to say. I really thought it was going to be OSU.
They fumbled
OSU.
to 0 wins in Big 12 play.
Morris is
0 wins in
Yes.
Big 12 play.
We've
in
said
2
though,
years.
Eric Morris will get that program turned around.
Yeah, but they don't have the money
there wa-
anymore. Like they do not have the money.
Texas Tech has the money. They are fully bought in on being the next big bad of the Big 12. I would not be surprised if Texas Tech has just beaten the shit out of teams in the Big 12 the next.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what they did this year. The Big 12 championship, they boat raced BYU, but fucking 38-7 or whatever it was. Yeah, Texas Tech, they're not a fluke at all. They are legit.
No, they deserve to be there.
Band for band, very good football team. I just leaned Oregon with experience, Dan Lanning.
Big 10.
Yeah, I
No,
think
that
some of
has nothing to do with
that
Big Ten.
is a Big Ten bias
That has
going on.
nothing to do with the Big Ten. Dan Lanning has been in a playoff game before. This high school coach, Joey McGuire, he's a good coach. He hasn't been in a big spot like that yet. So, and it is a pick'em game. The spread is minus
Why not now?
1.5.
Why not now?
No, because you're playing Dan Lanning, bub. That's one of the best coaches in the country. So I'm going to be taking Oregon in that one. For our next game, we're going to go down to the Rose Bowl. It's going to be a visually pleasing aesthetic like the Rose Bowl always is. It has the pageantry, the pomp. We have number 9, Alabama versus number 1, Indiana. I did not put the spread on here. I just noticed. I think Indiana
-7.
right now is -7 on ESPN. The over-under is 48.5. I'll go ahead and just jump on the Indiana thing. I got Indiana covering. I think that they're just an elite football team. They're well coached. I think it's not a great matchup for Alabama per se. I think it'll probably be somewhat of a close game. I'm just not if Alabama can't run the ball and they have the same problems that they've had all year. Indiana isn't Oklahoma. Like on offense, they have the Heisman winner at quarterback. They don't have, they're not struggling on offense at all. So I'm going to be taking Indiana -7 in this one.
Yeah, I agree. Basically, word for word. Alabama, I don't think they're really that special. They beat OU, cool. OU I've seen better FCS offenses than what we saw in that game. But
true.
Alabama's not very good. I still don't even think they should be in the playoff, honestly. But so yeah, give me Indiana to cover easy.
Yeah, I like that. You got one on that?
You guys hit it right on the head on the nail. Like it's Indiana. That offense at Alabama's not that good, and
No.
the things that Alabama was able to take advantage of against Oklahoma is not going to happen in this game.
Yep.
No. And just the fact that Oklahoma was able to jump onto a 17-0 lead in that game after coming off the Georgia blowout, I think that Indiana just kind of gets a lead.
I would say, I don't think Indiana's defense is as good as OU's. I mean, OU's is elite. Indiana's is up there.
I think Indiana's
but it's still good enough to where like Alabama is going to have issues.
Yeah.
I would agree with what you're saying. I think Oklahoma's defense is better, but because the offense is so bad, it doesn't make up the differences in that game. But in this game, Indiana still probably has an elite defense. It may not be as elite.
Yeah.
But they're elite across the board.
Yeah, I agree. I should have went on my tangent about how Indiana's still getting disrespected as the number one team in the country. That defense is fucking phenomenal. They held Ohio State with 2 first-round receivers and a Heisman quarterback to like 10 points. Their defense is very good. But that's going to be exciting. Rose Bowl game. I'm so mad that OU didn't get a chance to get that Rose Bowl gear because I've seen Indiana's Rose Bowl gear. It is some of the sexiest merchandise that you can purchase. Just that Rose Bowl has that aura to it. I am upset that Oklahoma didn't get to get that. But we don't have a game of the week this week since it's playoff quarterfinals and all the games are humongous games. But our last game, we did save the best for last. We have number 2, Ohio State versus number 10, Miami. Ohio State is 9.5-point favorites. The over-under is 42.5. There's been a lot of Miami fans on Twitter talking about, like, we finally get our revenge against these fuckers that stole a championship from us. And then there's the Jeremiah Smiths. They're out on Twitter. They're on podcasts talking about it. I'll just go ahead and give the floor to the Miami fan.
I don't really get I've been seeing a lot of this, like, it's payback, but I don't know.
Is it too long for you?
It's so long ago.
Yeah.
Like, it would still be nice to beat them. I think it'd be more payback on I want them to win. Jeremiah Smith has been talking his shit. Talking his shit.
Yeah.
It's a little, I think that rubs me the wrong way more because he's a South Florida boy. Miami was number 2 in recruit.
Yep.
If he's not at Ohio State, he's at Miami.
Yeah.
So you're playing against all your fucking boys from high school. I just don't get I don't get the shit talking side from him. Indiana laid the blueprint out. If you just pressure the fuck out of Julian Sand, that gives you the best shot to beat Ohio State. Miami's got the D-line, the pass rush, I think, to give them some problems. Obviously the homer in me is going to be like, yeah, Miami fucking money line, baby. We're riding this wave till it, finally crashes. But I think the safer play is I think it'll be closer than 9.5 is.
It's a lot of points.
And it started at 10.5. Mm-hmm. 9.5, that's a lot of points. I think Miami will keep it closer than people think. But that offense, they got to come ready to play, man. That offense they got to do something different.
Yeah, you can't. With the way that Ohio State's offense is, they're a well-oiled machine. They have 2 first-rounders at receiver. You can't be on your heels against them. Like, even Indiana, the 2 biggest plays of that game was a 3rd down to Surratt, which was a fade ball for a touchdown, and the other one was a fade ball to their number 82. I forget his name. The Mendoza's roommate, something Baker. You have to play super aggressive against.
You got to air it out. You got to
You have to match
take shots
offensively.
You got to take your shots.
And I think Miami has the offense to do it. I'm just worried about the Shannon Dawson and Mario Cristobal play calling. I think they have the talent to do it though.
That's the thing. They have the talent all around to upset Ohio State.
Yeah,
they really do.
I agree.
Ohio State has. I get it. They've got statistically one of the best defenses. Maybe some people are saying of all time. Statistically, I guess
they're very good.
It's an historic defense, honestly. Mm-hmm. But Miami's offensive line, they're no slouches. I mean, you've got a first rounder, Francis Maunoa. They did not have any issues. The O-line did not really have any issues protecting Beck by any means. It was just horrible play calling in reality. So I think the O-line, they got the talent there. They got the talent on defense. The defense is playing extremely well right now. It's going to really all come down to, yes, play calling and Carson Beck. He's played in a lot of big games at this point. Like, you're in a dome. That's where Beck plays the best, is in domes and in that no weather, circumstance. I don't know.
He's got to be able to make some plays for sure, like some big time throws.
But I am not confident. Like, against Texas A&M, I was like pretty much saying like, oh, I'm very confident in this game. They're going to beat the shit out of Texas A&M. Texas A&M is underestimating them. They think they're just going to fucking steamroll past them. That's not what's going to happen. This is a little bit different. This is a little bit bigger of a task, playing Ohio State. But
yeah, I agree.
But I'm still pounding it. Give me Miami money line. Keep riding the wave. Let's win some fucking money.
Yeah. I knew you were finna go. That was obvious. You were finna go Miami money line. I'm still kind of torn. I want to hear Zach's opinion on this game.
Sorry, Drew.
Okay, here we go.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm doing an alternatives point spread. Ohio State minus 21.5.
That's not happening. I if I had to pick this game, I'd probably take Miami plus the
9.5.
Plus the 9.5. I think they've got enough offensively to score with Ohio State. So they've got enough to keep it close.
Yeah.
I think Ohio State across the entire team is the better of the two teams.
They are the better team, yeah.
And so I think Ohio State wins this game, but I think Miami keeps it close enough that it's not this blowout.
It'll be
I think 9.5 points that's a big number
it's disrespectful.
It's disrespectful for a college football game. It's a playoff game with two Power 4 programs.
Yeah.
We're not talking about this is not a G5 school going up against them.
Yeah.
It's another Power 4 program.
Especially when Miami just went into Kyle Field and held them to fucking 3 points total.
But again, A&M is a fraud.
Yeah. But you still got to give them some credit for the holding them to 3 points. Like they definitely showed up.
The great thing is I know you are going to be a huge Miami fan during
my God, dude. You have no idea. I'm finna be I
Just
should
flash
have worn my
Go ahead and flash it.
I should have wore my Miami leather jacket that you gave me. The sport, what do they call it? The Letterman? The Letterman jacket.
Letterman jacket?
I should have wore that because I'm probably I have to take Miami plus 9.5. I'm worried about that offense because the thing about Ryan Day, especially the past few years, he gets recruits and he has Ohio State built to where if you just go talent for talent, they probably have the upper end in that. But if you come out and you just drop your nuts and you have no fear and you play aggressive, he's very gettable. And another note, Ryan Day's play calling in this game.
That's right.
Brian
That's
Hartline,
right.
He's not letting him play call.
That could be a factor.
Yeah, it could. He hasn't play called in 2 years, even though when he was a play caller, he was a damn elite one. I still think that could play into some sort of factor.
Yeah, and Ryan Day was talking shit in his press conference too. He's like, I'm tired of everybody talking about Miami's defensive line. We have the best defensive line in the country. That's like no end of discussion.
He's talking that shit?
Yeah, dude, they're all talking that shit.
Yeah.
Texas A&M did the same thing. Had that end well for you there. You Aggies. You fucking
true. That is true. I'm going to be taking Miami plus 9.5, especially if you're saying they're talking shit. I know Jeremiah Smith was talking shit. I expected him to kind of be doing that against the team that he was like literally an inch
the hometown team. I get it, but still, like, okay, come on now, Jeremiah. Like, don't act like you were not close to fucking signing to Miami at the same time. Like,
and part of that probably talking shit is just talking shit to his boys. Those are his friends over there. He's talking shit to them.
He was talking shit about the fan base.
Oh,
Yeah,
was.
he was like,
It was like they're still worried about it 20 years later.
20 years later, it's crazy to me, but we got something for him. We got something for him when we come in there.
If there's one player, though, that you don't want to piss off, it's probably him.
It's probably Jeremiah Smith. Yeah, you're right.
Motherfucker's different. He's an alien. But I like Miami in this one. I'm going to be rooting so hard for them boys. If they win this game, they're a game away from the Natty. If they win this one, Miami becomes like a legit, like, they could win the Natty this year.
And then they would play either Georgia or Ole Miss. See, they're just that side of the bracket's a gauntlet.
That side is tough as fuck.
That's why you take care of business and you get a bye. They should be in Texas Tech spot, honestly, with the fucking bye.
I would have loved Miami, Texas Tech. That would have been a way better matchup than Ohio State. But yeah, I got Ohio State or Miami in that. I hope so badly that they win. It does worry me that Ohio State's coming off a loss, but I think that's going to be a great game.
Ohio State also hasn't played a football game in like over a month now.
That is true.
A little bit of rust in there. See, there's a lot of variables. Ryan Day play calling. Ohio State hasn't played. These teams sometimes they, as we saw last year, there's a little bit of rust when you're sitting. Texas looked rusty as hell when they played Arizona State. Or actually, no, I'm thinking of somebody else. Oregon, because they
got
sat.
blown out by Ohio State.
Texas played in that first game against Clemson.
That is the combo of if playing in the first round actually helps the team. I think it kind of depends on the team.
See how it works
for
this year.
Miami, it was a good thing. Getting that confidence, a road SEC win against one of the best SEC teams, I think they would have been better off winning that than just sitting in a bye.
True. I agree.
And I think Ohio State, they're Ohio State regardless. Fuck Ohio State. Like, they're going to be fucking ridiculously good. It's going to be a tough game, but I'm going to be riding with Miami in that one. I guess we can go ahead and...
I don't have a card.
I don't really have a card either because the bowl games this year, because of fucking Notre Dame and all these fucking bullshit schools, they treat these bowl games like nothing. My team, all of our guys are playing, even with our head coach.
I will give Michigan credit for that, honestly.
That's a point towards that we have a correct culture, is the fact that we don't have guys opting out, while Texas has 20 of them.
Michigan's going to come ready with the butter knives, ready for war.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really like that. Biff Pogie's going to come ready with that Haas dogging ice cream and his Cuban cigars.
Is that what he...
I hope he has
Haas
that.
dogging
I hope he has the V-neck custom-made sleeveless shirt on.
No, not custom. I hope he made it in his garage.
Like custom homemade.
Yeah.
First of all, Sharon Moore is the one reason that Biff Poggi wasn't allowed to wear shirtless when he was the interim coach for those 2 games. If he comes out the
sleeveless,
sleeveless, I might just throw my entire Fliff account on Michigan money line, because that would get me fired up. As far as the bowl games go, let's see what some of the...
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I am not even paying attention to bowl games.
I have not watched a single one of them.
I just don't have the...
Other than the playoff games.
I've watched them. It's just tough because that...
The Bush's Bean Bowl. See, some of these, like...
I probably will watch the Cheez-It Bowl.
Why would you want to play in?
Just so that I can watch Michigan beat...
Yeah, that's 2 premier programs.
No. That's one premier program and a wannabe program down in Austin.
Down. I want to read some of the names.
Let's see.
The Bad Boy Mowers.
Pinstripe Bowl.
The Wasabi Bowl.
Fenway Bowl. Pop-Tart.
Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl? I didn't know that. Whoa. Miami.
How the fuck did that come out?
Miami, Ohio versus Fresno State.
The Snoop Dogg Bowl.
That one, I'm not shocked by that, because how many players nowadays played in one of Snoop Dogg's football leagues? Like, that man is like true. All over
the Arizona
youth football.
Bowl used to be the Barstool Arizona Bowl. I guess Snoop Dogg.
BYU's taking their bowl game seriously, I will say. They have like custom helmets with little Pop-Tart sprinkles.
That goes to show great culture there. To be honest, I don't really even want to talk about these bowl games. If
Tony the Tiger Bowl.
Yeah, the fucking
Sun Bowl.
Cheez-It Citrus Bowl, the SRS Distribution Bowl.
Duke's Mayo.
Yeah, if teams still cared about bowl games, it would be a lot different. The fact that there's like 4 or 5 teams that like clearly don't even care about this bowl game, like they're treating it like an exhibition game, it makes it a lot less interesting to bet on, to like get excited for. I'm still gonna have these games on TV. They're just a lot less to like, really care for.
Your crap
No,
shoots.
they've become the NIT. They don't matter.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Like, it's not in the playoff, not in the tournament.
Yeah.
Like,
They matter to the smaller schools, where like those guys, you're
but
Georgia Southern and App State. Like, those guys are probably, the seniors on that team are probably still going to play because it's their last game. They could get a win.
right, those players
But,
do. Those fans of
like
those
Penn State and Clemson.
those fans of those schools are going to watch that game. But the average like college football fan is not going to watch those bowls games anymore because they don't matter. It's kind of like the NIT. Who watches it? If your team's not in the NIT, are you watching NIT basketball games?
Fuck no, you're putting that on
No.
solely because you just want the TV on.
Right. So it's no different than
Background.
these background bowl games that are just the TV's on because it's on, and I'm doing laundry while it's on, or I'm playing video games on my portal while it's on.
Yeah, the bowl games, they got to figure out a way to make them meaningful, because not every single team every single year is going to be able to compete for a natty and make the playoffs. That's kind of why the 12 team, a lot of people were against it because they said that it would water down a lot of the other things with college football, and they seem to be a little bit right now about that. But hopefully
I got an
bowl
idea.
games come back.
I got an idea for this. You take some of those bowl games and you make a G5 playoff with those bowl games. And so those bowl games then have some.
Turn it into like actual NIT.
Yeah.
But what about
like,
my team? We're 9-3. We're in a bowl game for sure. I want it to be a little bit meaningful,
Like, yeah, I get that for like the other Power 4 programs that aren't in there, but typically those are the games where you have a bunch of players just bailing out. Michigan is an anomaly this year, but most of the time you have a bunch of people that are.
If there is one positive though to watching bowl game, it's getting to see your young guys play
That is true.
and seeing like, okay, is this guy really worth it? Is he going to be good? Is he going to?
That's what Texas.
That's the only positive side, is being able to watch the young guys that didn't get some burn. So maybe they flash and it's like, okay, I can look forward to this kid next year.
Yeah, because it doesn't go against like anybody that was redshirting. Postseason doesn't affect that 4-game number, so they can already be redshirted with the 4 game, play the 4 games.
The only issue with that though,
and then play that game right there. It doesn't matter.
A guy might play like, didn't Jackson Arnold play in the bowl game for OU and he looked really good his freshman year?
Balled out
Yes.
against Arizona Loki.
And then see, and that's why it makes these picks a crapshoot, because there's no film on some of these kids that are playing.
Yeah.
And he could go in and ball out, and then it's like, oh, fuck, okay, well, I just put money down on blah, blah, blah to cover because they're playing a freshman quarterback, and he goes and lights it up.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But
I want to see the spread for Michigan, Texas, just to see. Texas is -7. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, give me, I'm pounding Michigan.
give me Michigan.
I'll take Michigan.
Give me Biff.
And Biff we trust. Poggy.
I'm going to go eat some Haagen-Dazs tonight while I smoke my cigar. And I cut my shirts up into V-necks.
Yeah, he's a beast. Yeah, that's why we really don't want to do any bowl game picks this week. If Coop was here, we'd probably do some with his little corny ass. He'd probably want to do some. But, since it's just us, we don't got to really worry about these bowl games. Do we have a lock this week? Do you have a lock? We got to have at least one lock.
My lock is going to be Georgia to cover. I think Georgia's just dialed in right now. I think they
agree.
cover easily.
I agree. Zach, you got a lock?
I wanted to. I mean, I would take Georgia. I think that's a smart move right there to take that lock. But screw it. I'll take Texas Tech to. I'll take Texas Tech to win.
Texas Tech money line. Okay, yeah. Ooh, that's a dicey lock right there.
Okay. All right. We got Georgia spread
Spread.
as our lock. We have Texas Tech money line as our lock. And I want to do a separate game just so we can have 3 games. I'll go Indiana minus 7.5. Hopefully, they just paint DeBoer so much to where, he loses like 34-3 or something like that. And like the fan base is solely like they don't want him anymore, and he just ends up in Michigan. That's just my hopeful thinking. So I'll take Indiana minus 7.5 on that. And that'll be our 3 locks. You can parlay those if you want to. Last week we
I would not,
parlayed.
because I would not parlay with anything that does with my lock.
Yeah. Last week we parlayed the 2 locks. It was Miami and OU money line.
We had half of it.
Miami came fucking through, but OU.
We had the other half of it for all of 15 minutes.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and it was a fun first half though. Gotta admit. Yeah, I think that'll do it for the playoff, quarterfinal, and bowl season preview episode. Christmas is in 2 days.
Got a little Thunder update right now.
What's the score?
Hey, this one's for Gary. It's 40-41. Currently 8 minutes left in the second. San Antonio's up.
Oh, facts. They play the Spurs tonight.
I will be at the Christmas Day game.
Christmas Day?
I got offered a ticket to go to the. They play
for
the Spurs.
Thunder?
They play the Spurs in 2 days. Yeah.
Yeah, we just make a habit right now to like bring up Gary, so this is just for you. That's why I did this.
Yeah, facts. They play the Spurs again?
Yeah, that's the Christmas Day game.
Then they play them like less than 20 days later on the 13th.
They're the same division.
Like,
So-
they played them 5 times this year. 5.
That's the in-season.
No,
tournament.
wait, no. Are they? No, they're not the same division. Actually, they're not the same division. They're because the
great
Thunder. They're in the Northwest. They're in the division with the Timberwolves, the
Oh, here we go.
Jazz. Yeah,
Yeah, they're in the Northwest.
It's like all the-
Denver, Minnesota.
they're in the Northwest
Portland,
because of Seattle.
Yeah, they should be in the fucking Southwest, but New Orleans
like-
should not be a Western Conference team.
No, like my question is like, why is Memphis where they are versus Oklahoma City? Like Oklahoma City should be in the Southwest with San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, and New Orleans.
I bet they'll reseed it if they do add 2 expansion teams. They'll have to figure something out.
Who knows with Adam Silver, dude? That dude's a fucking joke. That dude has new jerseys coming out every year. He's just ruining the aura of the NBA. But fuck the NBA right now. We got college football playoff games. We got teams like Miami competing for the national championship to be
Hit stick, bust dick,
It's all about the U.
talk shit.
whoa.
Yo, that's crazy.
There. I haven't, dude. Do they not say that in the locker room afterward? I need to see the Miami team this year.
I don't know if
like,
I don't
say
know
that
if this
chant.
year says it, but I know the old school one said it.
When they were criminals.
Yeah, well, yeah.
They need to get back to that, dude. Recruiting criminals that just fucking dominate
Mark
football
Fletcher.
games.
Get back
First
to the cons versus Catholics.
Yeah, I mean, fucking. Unfortunately, in football, the more talented player ends up winning, regardless of his morals. But that'll do it for the playoff, quarterfinal, and bowl season preview. We hope everyone has a Merry Christmas. Fuck Cooper for missing this episode. And
Yeah, he's in the doghouse. We didn't
Yeah.
do that, but he is in the doghouse.
Yeah, we didn't do a doghouse this week solely because Coop is he's in a perma doghouse this week. He turned his back on the viewers.
Can't wait till he sees this. He's gonna be like, "Wow, I'm going on a date. Wow, this is how y'all treat me. I'm going on a date. Wow, that's crazy.
He's
That's
gonna
crazy."
be hella salty.
Coop 100% would be an opt-out player.
100%.
He just opted out. What are you talking about? He opted
That's why
out.
I said that. Yeah.
If he gets one DM, he's in there like swimwear. Yeah, that'll do it for this week's episode. We'll probably be back next time after the college football playoffs. We'll see, if Miami end up really making that noise. If they beat Ohio State, that's such a big program win for them. You have to be so excited. But that'll do it for this week's episode. We hope you guys enjoyed. And, what does Scoop say? This is Any Given Weekend. And,
let's have a weekend.
Let's have a weekend.